Hello seekers, welcome to Puneet's Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Ketu has made its transit to Anuradha Nakshatra. It's a very, very interesting and unique transit, and a transit that helps us surrender to the divine. Let us understand in this video why this transit is very unique and why it is very important in our life. But for that, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. You will get notifications. And if you like the video, do not forget to hit like and do not forget to share the video among family and friends. You can also follow me on social media as well as on my Telegram channel. All the links are given in the description box below. If you want to take my consultations, you can drop me an email. Email ID is flashing here as well as in the description box. Let's continue with Ketu transit in Anuradha Nakshatra. Radha. The word Radha has a very unique origin. We need to understand the root of this word. Few scholars claim that the word Radha came from the word Radh or Radh, which means to lead to success. And few say the origin of the word Radha means devotion and worship. That's very pure. The word itself is a part of the Hindi word called Aradhana or devotional prayer. That means somebody who is following God. The success is not material success here. The success is to clear off the karma. That's true success. And that true success is embodied in the energies of Anuradha Nakshatra. Radha, if it is success or the path to divinity, Anuradha means the one who follows to the path of dignity. One who walks on this path is Anuradha. Now what happens when Ketu goes into this nakshatra? Ketu is the planet of moksha. Ketu is the planet of past life karma. Ketu is a planet that frees you, that helps you get rid of any negative emotion by simply cutting off. Ketu is the necessary operation, how painful it may be, but is necessary to free you from the disease that you are suffering from. So Ketu cuts, Ketu breaks, Ketu torments, but the motive of Ketu is always divine. Without Ketu, moksha is impossible. And Ketu means everything that you have achieved so far, everything that you have accomplished so far. If you have already accomplished it, what's the point of staying in that place? That is why Rahu's energy pulls you away and Ketu helps you correct the energy. Ketu helps you connect with what you have already completed. So, Ketu is moreover a planet which is on material terms you can say it is deficient, but on spiritual terms it means something that holds your hand and takes you to God. That is a beautiful expression of Ketu, and that is an exact expression of Ketu in Anuradha Nakshatra. The Anuradha Nakshatra is a nakshatra that falls in the zodiac sign of Scorpio, and this has the energy association of planet Saturn. Now this is something weird. The nakshatra in the Vimshottari scheme is ruled by Saturn, whereas nakshatra falls completely in the sign of Scorpio, hemmed between Vishakha and Jyeshtha. Well, it seems like it is lotus that blooms in the mud. Scorpio is muddy water and Anuradha is the lotus, and lotus represents our chakras. So Anuradha represents the chakras of our human body, especially the heart chakra that blooms in the darkness of material world. Scorpio is the Maya, but Scorpio also gives you an opportunity to follow the divine by giving you the knowledge of occult sciences, giving you the knowledge of meditation, giving you that scientific mindset to truly understand both the Karma Yoga and the Dharma Yoga, both Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. So Anuradha holds the energy of entire Bhagavad Gita, and Anuradha is also ruled by one of the 12 Adityas, Mitra. And in Rig Veda, Mitra was often invoked along with Varuna. Because the nature of Anuradha Nakshatra is Deva-like and it has both the aggression, the passion of Mars and the patience of Saturn, it makes this nakshatra quite unique. And when Ketu goes into this nakshatra, definitely the passion to get moksha, the passion to free yourself, the passion to liberate yourself from the negative energy, the passion to free yourself from the problems that you are facing in your life, becomes the dominant theme. Obviously, this entire year, Ketu will be in Anuradha Nakshatra, especially till February 2022. So, the total energy association this year will be Ketu, Mars and Saturn. On the first look, Ketu, Mars and Saturn seems to be quite deadly because all are malefic or cruel planets. But if in reality, it can be deadly for material world. But if you are planning to take the first step, if you are planning to take the baby steps in the world of spirituality, this is the best possible position. After every 18 years, this happens once. So we get this opportunity, I will say 3 or 4 times in our life, and someone who is lucky will get it 5 times. But effectively, you can only make use of this particular transit when you are young and healthy. When your body is young, when the chakras are young, when the spiritual energy is booming, this will be used to bring up the Kundalini. But in the later part of the life, in the old age, this will be used only for Bhakti Yoga to completely surrender and burn out the current life karma. So it has a two-faced role. In the early age, it is more about devotion and it's more about karma. In the later age, in the old age, it's more about bhakti and burning of the karma. When Ketu goes into Anuradha Nakshatra, this means surrender. Ketu in this position can bring some financial difficulty, especially if Ketu is in second house. If your Ketu is in second house, if your Ketu is in 12th house, if your Ketu is in 6th house, or if your Ketu is in 8th house. So there will be few events in your life which will actually directly or indirectly push you towards spiritual domain. It will push you because this is the nature of the energy right now. On one hand, Rahu in Rohini Nakshatra will make you worry about the material world. On the other hand, Ketu in Anuradha Nakshatra will say, go towards spirituality, complete surrender. But let me be very clear here. Ketu does not impact directly. First, the impact will come from Rahu. So first the insecurity will come. First you will forget the spiritual world and run towards the material world. And when the task in the material world will not be accomplished, then you will proceed towards the spiritual world to seek the answer. Because after all, a spiritual person is a seeker. He is not a believer. Rahu makes you a believer. He wants you to believe his illusion. But Ketu unbinds you, detaches you from the illusion. It is the same axis, and therefore you must be very careful how quickly you are running to become a materialistic person. Materialistic desire is okay. Even for the soul that has just started his or her journey, material desire is fine. It is one of the Purusharth, Artha, Dharma, Kama, Moksha. Arth is one of the Purusharth. But Dharma is going to be the Purusharth dominant in 2021. With the energy of Saturn getting retrograde, Saturn being the ruler of Anuradha Nakshatra, Saturn getting retrograde in the Karma house also shows inner reflection. It's like you have to be the lotus of your life, you have to bloom in the darkest of time, and God will be with you. Because of this nakshatra's positive energy, because of this nakshatra's power, learning is one of the angle that will help you a lot. Learning from the mistakes, learning and educating yourself, learning through shastras, pursuing something. You have to seek it, you have to pursue it, you have to motivate yourself, you have to inspire yourself. All these things has to be done in order to counter the negative impact of Ketu. Because Ketu, being Ketu, will work like Ketu. Don't expect Ketu to be a benefic planet. The end result is benefic, but the karma that is done because of Ketu can be painful. It can detach you forcefully, it can take things away, it can snatch things away forcefully so that you remember God. And the irony is that we only remember God when we are in issues, we are having problems. दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में करे न कोई, जो सुख में सुमिरन करे, फिर दुख काहे को होई. One who remember God in his good times, why will there be a bad time? But the irony is, we always remember God in our bad time and we forget Him in our good times. So don't make Ketu give you a bad time to remember God. A puja done every day, devotional puja done every day, linking yourself with modern science, linking yourself with astrology, linking yourself with Ayurveda, being innovative and controlling the sensitivity that you will have in this particular day, portion of the year, will be the key towards success in handling the Anuradha energy. Devotion can go to extreme, that also has to be managed. But efficiently it is being managed by Rahu in Rohini. So on one hand, Rahu in Rohini is handling the material world, Ketu in Anuradha is going to give the spiritual world. Both the worlds are opening up for you. It's our responsibility to make the best use of these energies of Anuradha Nakshatra. Be tactful, try to increase your efficiency in life, be honest, do not lie in this time, try to be as devotional to your workplace also. Whatever is being given to you, work with proper attention, work as if it's God's work. This is exact depiction in terms of astrology for karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Do not worry about the results of the karma, keep doing the karma. Because ultimately everything that you do will ultimately lead you to the path of spirituality. But what you have to do, you have to keep on doing the karma. It might have, especially those people who have Ketu in Anuradha, you will see that the impact on you will be maximum. Because you are facing a proper Anuradha Ketu return. And therefore you should dedicate and devote your one part of your day to a God that you want to pray. But it should not be a prayer because of a reason. It should be a prayer full of devotion, full of dedication. Bringing a deeper calm within you, bringing the Purushartha of Dharma within you, and bringing the divinity within you is going to be the key to success both in material as well as spiritual world. But ultimately the Varna of Anuradha Nakshatra is always a das. It always follows. So in this case, if you want to handle Ketu, if you want to handle Mars, and if you want to handle Saturn, praying to Lord Hanuman will be a brilliant way to handle the energy of Anuradha Nakshatra. Chant Hanuman Chalisa every day, but you have to be like Hanuman. At least bring a fraction of his energy within you. Just by praying, material copybook praying won't help. You have to bring the qualities within you and you have to bring out the fire of passion. Passion, it's Martian fire and the devotion of Saturn. The karma reigns supreme in this nakshatra. Also, chanting Vishnu Sahasranam, buying rose quartz crystal, doing heart chakra meditation will all help you counter the energies of this nakshatra. Somewhat depression, somewhat detachment, forceful snatching of things will happen in this particular domain of energy. You must understand, reasoning is very important. You should be curious to know if something happened to you, why it happened in the first place. Instead of being emotional about it, you need to be very practical about it. When you get to know the reason behind it and when you get to know why and how it was connected with your past life, how it will be resulting, what results it will bring in your future life, then the key to the nakshatra placement of Ketu fulfills itself and you will be free, because this is the Jnana Yoga. The Jnana Yoga frees you from the fear and brings the bhakti within you, and then the Karma Yoga and the Bhakti Yoga takes you closer to God. This is the theme of Ketu in Anuradha Nakshatra. Overall, this is going to pan out in a very balanced manner, and only if you have high malefic planets in the sign of Scorpio, if you have a debilitated moon, then these energies will be slightly negative for you, and for you the only key word is bhakti. Bhakti, bhakti and only bhakti is going to be your path of success. Can you become Radha, and can you have the love of Radha towards Krishna? That honest, selfless love, that divine love, pure and non-motivated love. That is Ketu in Anuradha for you. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like, do not forget to hit like, subscribe and share the channel. Watch my other channel, Shorts by Puneet is one more channel that I have launched. I have launched a Telegram channel also. All the links are in the description box below. Stay connected. Explore the world of astrology. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, this is your host Puneet. Namaste.